everybody. Welcome back to the Rock and Walk Talk. Today, we're going to dive deep into one of the most comforting and challenging verses in all of Scripture. And today, we're going to talk about Psalm 23:4. A lot of you have heard it. You might have quoted it or even prayed it. But today, I want us to slow down and walk through it together. So let's read this together. Even though I walk through the valley of darkness, of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You know, this psalm is so familiar that sometimes we forget how powerful it is. But verse 4, this is where everything starts to shift. When the valley, we'll say, becomes reality. And up until this point in the psalm, David is talking about God. And David says this, he says, he leads me, he restores me, he guides me. But when he gets to the valley, the dark place, the painful place, his language, it changes. He stops talking about God and he starts talking to God. God, you were with me. That lets us know the closer the danger, the closer the shepherd. And honestly, we all know what a valley feels like. Maybe you're in one right now. And that could be a valley of grief, a valley of fear, a valley of uncertainty, a valley where you pray and heaven might seem a little quiet. But here's the first big truth. David never pretends that valleys don't exist. He says, even though I walk, not if, not maybe, not hopefully I avoid it. No, the valley is a part of the journey. So, are we walking through or are we camping out? We are not camping out. I love this line. I walk through the valley. It means that we are not walking around it. We're not stuck in it. We're not camped out and living there forever. God doesn't lead you to the valley. God leads you through the valley. And this means that this isn't your final destination. You may be in the shadows today, but shadows only exist because there's still light somewhere. And a shadow has never actually killed anyone. It can scare us, but it can't stop us. And then he goes on to say, I will fear no evil. Now here, David takes it up to a whole other level. I will fear no evil. Why? Not because the valley is safe. Not because nothing bad can happen. Not because he's strong in his own power. He says, I am not afraid because you are with me. Lord, you are with me. This is the heart of the whole psalm. Fear says to us, you're alone. This is the end. You're not going to make it. But what does the Good Shepherd say? The Good Shepherd says, I'm right here. I've got you. Keep walking. Sometimes the power of God is not seen in the miracle that pulls you out, but in the presence that walks you through. Then David goes on to talk about the rod and the staff. Then David says, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The rod was a weapon. It was a symbol of protection. Anything coming after the sheep had to get through the rod first. The staff was guidance. A shepherd would use it, to gently pull the sheep back in line, lift it out of a hole, or steer it away from danger. So what's David really saying here? God, you protect me. God, you direct me. And honestly, that's the comfort that we need. Not a life without valleys, because that's never going to happen, but a shepherd who defends us and guides us through them. So what do we think about this? How do we wrap this up? How do we close it out? If you're walking through something heavy today, if you feel like you're in a valley, if the shadows feel a little too dark, I want you to hear this. You're not alone. God is not waiting for you on the other side. He's walking with you in the valley. Your fear is not your future, and your valley is not your home. You don't live there. And this darkness that you're experiencing in life is not your destiny, because the shepherd, the good shepherd, walks with you. He knows every step, and he sees every tear that you have. And he has already prepared a table for you on the other side of what? This valley. So I would encourage you to keep walking, because God has got you. So I want to thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the Rock and Walk Talk. And if this encouraged you anyway, I would encourage you to share it with someone who might be walking through a valley of their own. So my friends, remember, walk boldly, talk loudly, rock faithfully, and thank you for being with me on the Rock and Walk Talk. Until next time, peace.